and that has come and bitten them in the ass a couple times in terms of not really knowing the maps. Just as I'm saying that, we are going to go live with this first map here. Team whatever going on the survivor side, probably gonna push to that left side to get the guns, which is in the far room. We do have a jockey pre-spawn behind those boxes, trying to put some pressure on the survivor so they don't go straight into there to get the guns. The rest of the hit will be a boomer, charger, and a smoker.
And I think what they're doing here is they're taking it very slowly until they actually decide to push in there, and it actually might be some kind of a juke, because I'm looking at how I don't know. I'm looking at how the survivors are positioned here, and it looks as though Coach is going to either come up or then they're going to push from the roof. But this is the kind of style play you'd expect between these two teams here. This Boomer's going to go in and gets an arc boom. That's going to clear the rest of the hit. We're going to see the pull going out. Charger's going in, going to take the charged survivor. That is going to get cleared rather fast. Jockey going in, does get M2'd and pretty much shut down. That could have been a lot worse K3 had they been lined up for the death charge.
Yeah, I was really scared that we might have seen a repeat from yesterday's match where there was a death charge on the first hit, but if you look at the damage that's already out there, that is crazy. I mean, usually you don't see almost any damage coming off of that first hit, unless there's a spitter or, as we saw before, a death charge. So that's pretty good, I would say. They can't complain about that. Hunter did go in and kind of go in by himself, not getting a lot. Smoker's pre-spawning really far away. Really nice level coming out by one of the survivors, which is Ellis. And then we have a jockey smoker waiting there impending doom.
Yeah, that's still a lot of damage already going out onto Nick. Now the survivors do have their guns. Our tank's going to be at 69%, which is going to be at 44. I am really interested to see exactly where the survivors take this. That's already a very nice amount of damage, though, onto one person. So, I mean, they can pretty much use them as bait, but again, you don't typically want to see that much damage coming out survivor side before you get to the tank.
Yeah, we do see a really big choke point coming up here. And, I mean, again, coming up for map knowledge, the survivors might not be extremely well-versed on exactly where all the spawns can come from in here. Plus, they have to know how to get up this terrible ladder that keeps screwing over team after team after team that I've seen play this map.
Gonna be a Hunter, a jockey, a spitter, and a boomer for the hit. Boomer going in, actually arcing the boom onto Nick. And to Coach, as a matter of fact. That is the double boom right here. And I think they might elect to save the rest of the hit if whatevers are going to play this conservatively, which I think they are. They're just going to back up and clear the horde. Actually, never mind. We actually have a hit coming in. Jockey's trying to go for Coach in the back, not doing a whole lot of actual work besides distraction, and it seems like the infected are a little bit confused at the pace that whatever's is going. They don't usually go this slow, but we do have another hit coming in. Hunter going for the wall kick, managing to land it onto Rochelle, does get cleared instantaneously. Rest of the hit wasn't exactly ready to go in. You can see the jockey landing, and that's them going to intercept the jockey after it got cleared to get that charge spit in the corner. So this is great damage now, K3.
Yeah, no bleeds just yet, which is definitely what the SI team wants, but still, you can't complain. I mean, if you look at the spread between both Nick and Rochelle, that's a ton of damage. We do have actually a wish spawned up. It's gonna get drawn by Nick. Probably easily draw crown right there, and yes it is. But we do have another hit coming up here, trying to get the survivors bleeding with this next hit. Smoker and Hunter are both pre-spawn. Smoker gets a really quick pull on, but gets instantly cleared. Hunter coming in on the left-hand side of the survivors. Not really a whole lot coming out of this hit so far, and I don't expect a whole lot to land, particularly just because of the general nature of these kind of hits without a spitter. Smoker does get a pretty nice separation pull though, and Jockey's gonna come in and intercept that. Hunter getting really nicely skeeted, and Boomer's gonna get a bit of a one boom. So I don't know how Coach took that much damage. I think it might have been a combination of the Smoker and Jockey. But yeah, that ended up actually going pretty well for the SI.
Yeah, it did. And they almost hit the intercept there as well, had that Hunter not gotten skeeted. So again, whatever's seeming a little bit lost at the moment due to the fact that this is more custom map than it is a regular map, and obviously if they haven't had practice on it, that is going to hurt them quite a bit. We are coming up on our first tank of the game. It's going to be up right now. 14 melee runners into the hands of PF, aka Azula. We have a hit going in. Charter managing to land, does get cleared before any stick goes down. Jockey's also going to get cleared. Hunter is the last thing up. And what worm would you like to go to, K3?
I would love to start out with an SI worm for this first tank of the game.
Let's do it. Let's take it over to that team melee runners special infected worm.
Okay, you're good. They're burning back. We can counter push
I'm
him.
sacking the smoker. Alright.
Sure?
I'm pretty sure. Smoker's bad.
Hold your heads.
Oh, I could have grabbed that.
I'm gonna go in, bro.
I could have grabbed that.
I'm just gonna wait till he bleeds out a little bit.
Hey, wait for the
Yeah,
boomer, dude.
I'm
You wait
bringing
for
all
the
my
boomer.
edibles in, okay?
Okay, go for it. You want to pre-spawn the jockey maybe, just so you can scare them, but try not to die, please. That way, just...
That was close.
Alright, we don't have.
I got
boomer?
another smoker. What?
I gotta go in, I gotta go in.
What the fuck?
Hey, could you pull one, like Nick? The
I
lag?
slag.
I told you guys.
Can you pull Nick?
Chill, I'm gonna bring the symbol in here.
Oh fuck, I missed my stun. You're still good at MP. Let's go.
Go in.
You
I
good
don't
out?
know, that wasn't that good.
Walk behind you. Good
Nice.
rock.
And
And
we are back.
back
Oh.
from that melee runner's war room. Kissme, what did you think of that tank? Or I'm sorry, not Kissme. Real, I don't care what. I do not
Kiss
care
me,
what
what did
Kissme
you think
thinks.
of that? Nobody can. Anyway, I thought that that was pretty well played by the Survivor team there. Obviously, they had a good amount of damage on them as they were going into that place, but then things got a little bit hairy. That Charger chest bump, they managed to clear the caps that did land, and then the car obviously didn't land on anything. So they still have a pretty good amount of bonus on them right now post-tank. And that's going to put the pressure on Team Whatever to try to get some of that down before they get any closer to the safe room. It's going to be a Boomer, Charger, Jockey, and a Spitter. Looks as though they're going to try to hit inside. Most of the bonus is concentrated on Ellis right now. So let's see what they elect to do. Ellis is in the back. Now they're going to put him in the center. Pushing forward. And the SI still haven't hit. Boomer going in there, managing to get a nice double boom off the B-hop. And Jockey's coming in from the back while the Charger and Spitter are on the other side of that wall there. Charger is going to go in there and manage the chest bump on Coach again as the Jockey rides Nick. Charger going 4 punches on Ellis right there. Ellis did get away pretty well. But that is a full down out onto Coach after that hit K3.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the chest bump actually worked out in the SI's favor because Coach went down due to a boom and spit anyway. And then he was able to get out and get a whole bunch of punches out. So, I mean, that was a lot of damage. Kind of, I would say, definitely makes up for the slightly lackluster damage that came out of Azula's tank.
That being said, there is, as we mentioned, a pretty good amount of bonus still on Team Whatever's in the form of Ellis. Like I said, I don't know which Survivor that is, but I'm going to assume it's, I don't know, I'm not even going to guess, because me guessing, I mean, I'd probably be wrong, but it's going to be a Smoker, a Hunter, a Boomer, and a Spitter for this hit. It's going to be a 2-2 with a pretty weak amount of damage potential, at least on paper, and I think Team Whatever's are going to take it pretty defensively here, and indeed they are. Spit's going to go down on nothing. Smoker's going to try to get a pull, and that's actually going to get almost an in-cap on Nick, but there was an insta-clear that went out. Now the Hunter and Boomer are going to be left to their lonesome here, and it looks as that might give Team Whatever some good distance here.
Yeah, I mean, Boomer's gonna get a pretty nice one boom. Hopefully, delay them out a bit.
What the hell is Coach doing?
Yeah, Nick does have 1 health, so and probably gonna go down to this hard, and yes, he does. Coach is actually way separated in the back, trying to solo that Hunter. I think he managed to kill the Hunter, but couldn't quite take out the Jockey. So that's gonna definitely. Actually, Nick is coming pretty close to dying. So a slight misplay. I think getting a little bit cocky on the Survivor side. Charger's actually going to come and try to get that intercept. Does get the delay without taking any
Nobody's
chip at all.
picking him up.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scary situation for the Survivors. I think kind of unnecessary too. They went into a bit of risky territory there, and they could have just kind of stayed on top of the roof and played it safe.
Yeah, I mean, that Boomer does get a single, but besides that, it seems as though Team Whatever are going to be able to make their way towards the safe room. Nobody's black and white, and yeah, Coach was separated there. He got pounced and then cleared, and then he got Jockey and cleared a little bit later. But that is going to give Team Whatever the safe room if they stop trying to kill the Spitter, which, okay, they finally do succeed in killing the Spitter. That's going to give another hit, actually, or half a hit for Team Melee Runner. It's going to be that Jockey, Charger both going in. Jockey's going to land. Charger's going in as well. Does get cleared, and now Nick is going to be in capped. Another pull going out. Nice tongue cut by Coach. But this has been kind of a wonky first round. Another tongue cut going out right there. And it's like Coach
Oh my
is
god.
just not content with leaving that Smoker alone. And now they are going to get in the safe room. Whatever's first map total is 660 points. So about middle of the road right there after that map. And we've been calling it an endurance map this entire time, which it is. But K3, they seemed a little bit they're either getting separated or they were taking damage when they decided to go slowly.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up against a team as such immensely high caliber such as melee runners, you can't really afford to kind of goof around and try to cut smoker tongues when you don't need to and stuff like that. Because I mean, even if you take like 4 bleed out health bonus, it's it makes a difference. You need every little couple of points you can get if you're gonna try to beat these kind of these kind of teams. So I mean, I would assume that they're probably gonna start picking up their try-harding a little bit towards the later parts of the game, and who knows, they might be actually trying really hard right now. And it's just Melee Runner's really high level of play that's kind of overshadowing it.
And I think they are actually tagging. I was suspicious, and the reason I was suspicious is because I thought they might be tagging up as each other instead. But they are actually tagging up as who they are. That is actually Bravo, that is actually Dill, and that is actually Yam. So we should be able to have some kind of sense when it comes to naming who people are. And Kissme is saying that he got an email from Twitch, which is, I'm not surprised. But yeah, so we can actually tell who they are. It's going to be a Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and a Boomer once again for this first hit. And K3, I expect him to do some survivor positioning here. And I think they just did, because they managed to get inside that room without taking any incident worth anything. Except that would have been a tri-cap had that Charger not died. Now there's a lot of damage going out. That Jockey's got a lot of separation on the tool. Rochelle finally gets the clear, but again, a nice opening hit.
Yeah, pretty comparable damage to actually what Team Melee Runners got onto Team Whatever on that first round. Generally, it's not much of a risk at all to push into that room when there is no spitter in the rotation. So I think that it was the right call going for that. I think that just a little tiny bit of separation in the back allowed the Jockey to get more damage than he probably should have gotten onto Tool there.
Next hit is coming up. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is it looks as though the survivors decided to go forward then juke back to get better weapons, which, I mean, it's a pretty good play to make, I would say. But again, this map is all about how fast the survivors can push it. And I think they can do a pretty good job here, depending on how much damage that they take.
Yeah, so this next hit will also not have a spitter, which is definitely the big damage dealer, especially in tight little hallways and stuff like this. Hunter is pretty spawned behind this alarm card, trying to bait them into doing something. All the rest of the hit is set up on top of the building. Charger's going to come in and get not much out, but there is a tri-boom that went out, and I think everything got cleared just way too fast before it could get much damage. The tri-boom's going to cause a little bit of delay, but all the rest of the SI just got absolutely melted by Team Melee Runner, so really nice take by them.
Honestly, there was really no damage potential there in that sense, like, unless they got some kind of separation, but everything got either shut down or cleared. The tri-boom was nice to slow the survivors down a little bit, but as you mentioned, with these two teams being the caliber that they are, they were just able to pretty much hold W as they wanted to clear the commons off since the special infected were dead. So, again, pretty similar situations for both teams at this point, except this Witch is going to be in the way of Melee Runners with a pretty good hit as well. It's going to be a Hunter, a Jockey, a Spitter, and a Smoker. So, separation potential plus pinners and a Spit on top of that. So this, I don't know, K3, depending on what they do, they might decide to draw the Witch.
Yeah, it's a slight trade-off because they didn't have a hit for the big choke on the ladder, but they do have a hit for this Witch, and SI are definitely set up to try to make a play off of it. Rochelle looks like she wants to start taking this, and they're probably going to go for a pretty quick round. Hunter is pre-spawn trying to cause a bit of distraction. It is working, but that's going to be an easy draw round for Lucky. Jockey's going to come in and get melted. Smoker gets a bit of a pull, and Hunter gets just like maybe 1 or 2 ticks of damage. So yeah, again, not really anything worth mentioning coming out of that hit, so very nicely taken again by the Survivors.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it looks as though they're going to be in good position to take that tank back to where Team Whatever's took it, but I'm a little skeptical right now because they might be running into a hit depending on what happens. There's that what I'm talking about. That Boomer goes in and gets a tri-boom as the tank was coming up, and the tank is in the hands of Yams. How about we take it over to a Team Whatever's Worm to hear how they play out Yams' tank.
Keep going, keep going. From the, like, yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm gonna pull hit as they're going back. Go, go, go! Someone get hit. He's just... Do what you can.
We're going in before the tank is even near anyone.
Hit was playing retarded, no one capitalized on it, I tried to.
I mean, just because he's doing stupid shit doesn't mean you have to go right away, though.
No, I took him all, bro! I took him!
And we are back
If we would've got
from
him,
that
we would've
Team
fucked.
the tri-boom before we went over there, but at the same point in time, K3, what do you think of that call to send the tank in when the survivors were working their way back?
Yeah, questionable to say the least to send the tank in. I mean, right out in the open, they were... I mean, the survivors themselves were even under the... actually, we'll talk about this tank a little more after this hit. We do have a Hunter pre-spawn in it, as well as a Spitter on top of the building. Looks like Survivors are trying to bait it out a little bit more. Hunter's trying to retreat out of there because he did get chipped down a little bit. I'm not sure if they're looking to send this hit in maybe inside now, but this Hunter is almost dead, and Spitter's kind of getting close to getting picked too. Boomer's gonna come and get a pretty nice one boom. There's a charge separated inside, gonna get a nice 10 damage out there, but Spitter has absolutely nothing to go down on top of, so that's pretty well taken again, only 10 damage going on with Lucky. But yeah, more about that tank. I mean, the Survivors weren't even quite underneath the house yet. They were just able to kite it backwards, and even Coach was on top of that car, which made him almost impossible to punch. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't agree with sending the tank in right there, especially once the Horb is already dead from the boom.
You miscued your mumbles, so we accidentally went to another melee runner's worm. That's pretty funny. Everybody was just... Chad is... Oh, wait, you missed... Oh, you did something. Oh, the very end only, okay. That hit gets shut down right there, and that should give the Survivor safe room unless the Smoker gets a cheeky pull of some kind, which I don't think he's really going to be able to get. I lied, he got on the Coach, and now that's going to get pretty quickly cleared. Him taking a little bit of damage. That must have turned into some unintentional comedic gold, but at the same point in time, melee runners are going to make it into the safe room right now with a very, very nice health bonus. 1,172 points for the map 1 of Downpour K3. That's incredible.
Yeah, anything over 1,000 for any map 1 is absolutely ludicrous, but in a campaign like Downpour, if you're a team like Melee Runners, it's really hard to make up 200 points, let alone 512, right off of the very beginning of the game. So, very nicely played by them. I mean, you could compare the map knowledge between the two of them just based on how fast each team made it through. Like, Team Melee Runners, making it through that map in almost like half the time or something like that, they just felt like they charged right through everything. And so, I mean, that little bit of map knowledge coming into play here in this first round for sure.
We will see exactly how that impacts the rest of the game, but I'm going to be honest, I have never seen a tank at 83% on the second map here yet.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Never seen that. That's not going to help Team Whatever's case, because typical, like, you would want to see a tank earlier in the map so you could potentially get a wipe and then use distance points. That might be Cornfield. I'm sitting here trying to think exactly where that is. I think that's either Cornfield or that's like at the event. And they have to take it on like the second floor or something like that. Like I said, I've never seen it that late. I'm not an expert on the flow here. We'll see exactly where it pops up, but that could definitely impact this match. That being said, we are going to be going live right here. Melee Runners defending their 512-point lead with Team Whatever's on the Special Infected. And what's going to happen on this first hit here, K3?
Okay, so we do have a really huge damage potential with a pretty much the ideal first hit for a small confined area like this. So my guess is they're going to try to hit early before they can all get outside. It will be a Charger, a Jockey, a Hunter, and a Spitter. We do have the hit coming in right now while they are inside. Hunter's going to get a quick bit of a pounce onto Nick, and Nick is in the spit, but he gets out pretty quickly on top of those garbage bags. Charger did whiff, which was the biggest part of that, the reason they didn't get too much damage there. So, as much as that is pretty good damage for first hit, not as much as they could have gotten off of a big setup like that.
Exactly, and I mean, as they work their way forward here, that should give Team Whatever's another hit. Probably when they're pushing out into the next area, but at the same point in time, this map right here is based on, this entire campaign is based on the Survivors being able to move fast through areas to where they can actually deal with that side, because there are spawns absolutely everywhere. Speaking of which, Hit's gonna get a nice double cap. That's almost a tri-cap landing, as a matter of fact, but that Charger did miss. Smoker is gonna get a couple ticks of damage. Boomer gets a double proxy, but this area in particular is different from the regular hard rain due to the fact it was completely re-optimized for tank fights. But the real changes start coming when the Survivors start pushing into here, as we can probably see. It looks as though there's going to be a Witch Crown going out by Lucky onto this Witch, getting the 20 points, then they're going to be able to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of damage coming out of that second hit there. As to be expected in a pretty iffy spot like that, this next hit definitely has more damage potential though. They are going to be breaking the glass on top of the ceiling here, or the roof rather, getting some nice spawn locations for the SI to come in. We do have a Hunter also pre-spawned along with its Jockey, and Smoker is going to come in here and get instantly cleared. Hunter getting skeeted, Spitter getting shut down just about, and I do believe, I didn't even see what happened to the Jockey, so I'm just going to assume that it got melted as well, so again, like nothing at all.
Right, and those kind of quick clears and quick shutdowns are allowing Melee Runners to just absolutely, like, destroy this map. Like, do you see how far they've gotten after that? Like, they are almost already halfway through, like, to the next choke point, and like they are just taking one hit after the other and then just holding W and going forward the most they possibly can, and that's exactly what you want to see at this level. It's going to be a Smoker, a Charger, a Boomer, and a Jockey for the next hit. And it looks like they're going to hit when the Survivors are going inside here, K3.
Yeah, the damage that melee runners have taken is not negligible. I have seen, of course, smaller amounts of damage, but it definitely isn't quite the kind of thing, especially for a late tank that Team Whatever wants. Boomer's going to get a nice boom out onto 1, who's also going to get pulled there. Coach is getting just handed off from one SI to another, so 10 damage probably coming out of that Charger with the smoke, but nothing else coming onto that. Just kind of residual chip coming off of every little hit here, and they will not, at this point, be having any bleeds going into this tank, it looks like.
Right now, this is where we're starting to get closer to seeing where exactly this tank is going to spawn. Right now, they're 70% through the map, so, okay, it's not the cornfield. It's going to be, like, in a couple more steps, if I'm not mistaken, hopefully.
Yeah,
and
it'll be building, or it'll be, like, at the beginning of the building, so that they can run back.
yeah, I mean, usually you might want to take it in this open field out here, but again, they're going to have to probably traverse the stairs and then take another hit as they're coming out the bottom. So, we'll see exactly what they like to do. It's going to be a Jockey, a Spitter, a Hunter, and a Charger for the hit from Team Whatever. And I think they're probably going to look to set... It looks like they want to all rocket in or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think the SI knows exactly where the tank is going to spawn. So I think they're actually setting up as if they're going to go on the stairs, but the tank will definitely spawn far before that, I think. They might not even have to get much past the second floor for that to spawn. Yeah, they are at 79%.
That's so close, and I think they actually... If Coach pokes his head up here, he might be able to get spawn, maybe?
Their percentage isn't actually going up at all. In fact, it just went down a little bit. Actually, Hit is coming in right here. Nice pounce going on. Jockey actually getting a huge amount of separation from the bottom. Gonna get a bunch of damage out. Hib did go slow from that Hunter and Spitter combination, and a bunch of damage going out into Ellis, who had a bit of trouble clearing him through the spit, I guess. So that was, I think, definitely worth getting that hit
Wow,
in.
that's how far they had to go.
Wow, yeah, that was weird. They weren't getting any percentage. Another happening with Team Whatever, not getting that extra little bit of percentage, and it came to bit them a little bit.
Indeed, tank is up in the hands of Dill for Team Whatever. How about we take this over to a Team Whatever's SI War Room and see how they play this?
Do it.
Look for the boom.
Don't take any damage.
Yeah,
There's
don't take
no
any
reason
damage.
to
You
take
could jump back
damage.
down right now.
Yeah, jump down.
Look for the boom right now. And if you can't get it, just sack it.
You have to go soon though.
He's got time. Like, don't let him.
They're running away.
Yeah,
What fucking pussies, dude. Complete hit
just
shot.
keep sight on him. Just keep sight. You're fine. In that room? That's not really good for them, I don't think. Hold up.
Probably gonna run out and come in.
Yeah. Can you commit?
Yeah.
Wait on this fence. Let's go. Let's go on these two guys right here. That's good.
Nice job, bro.
And we are back.
We're back.
Oh, keep doing it, K3. We're so eager just to tell
Dude, we're
people
so
that we're
in
back.
sync. We're
We
still in
are.
the same sync.
You know who else is in sync? I think the Survivors were in sync there, because they handled that tank that was in the hands of Dill. They really, they forced the tank to drop back off to LOS them, and then they ran back to the open field, and with that hit, we were kind of discussing it in the caster room, there was no chance of that doing a whole lot of damage in an open area like that, honestly. Hunter's going in there, getting a wall kick onto Hib, who tried to melee ski it, I think, and then that's going to be the damage. I mean, it got a couple punches, but that was all she wrote.
Yeah, I mean, the Survivors are sitting at, way too much health bonus right now. They're sitting at over 500, which is pretty crazy for this point in the map. It's not, super abnormal, but it's definitely more than Team Whatever wants to be seeing right now. They need to get something really big in this field, or else they're going to be going down by well over 1,000, even well over 1,500, which is going to be way too big of a deficit for this early on, and I am lagging rails.
Yeah, that was the entire server lagging, I'm believing. But we are going to see a Jockey going there, getting M2 and shut down. Smoker is going to get cleared, and the Charger is the last thing in the spawn queue. He might try to go for some kind of odd multi-charge up the stairs here, maybe, or some kind of charge off. Looks as though he's waiting behind, and he missed his opportunity to actually hit that charge, so he's going to wait now, and probably, I mean, the rest of the SI hit should be up in about, 2 seconds. It's going to be a Hunter and Come on, Spitter. One more spawn is going to be a boomer. So it's a 2-2. They don't have a smoker for the separation potential here. They're going to have to try to walk everything in. Indeed, they are going to. That Charger's going in there, getting shot and pretty much almost killed. Hunter is going to be able to land on a bonus, but the Spitter got picked. Boomer gets popped. Charger gets a Charger into Lucky, but that's all.
Yeah, so, I mean, they did manage to shave of an extra like, 60, 70 points off. The server keeps lagging, which sucks. But yeah, about 60, 70 points of health bonus damage coming off that hit. So, a little bit, but still, they're going to be down by a lot of points here. This is going to be this is going to be over 1,400 point differential going out of here. In fact, that's going to be over a almost 1,600 point differential coming off of these two teams, going into the second half of round 2. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy big. They've oh.
So it was what, like 2,200 to 600 or something like that?
2204 to 660.
Okay,
is the
so that
score.
means, yeah, it looks as though the
Yeah.
server just server took a little bit of a problem there.
1544 difference right now.
Let's see exactly what server they decide to choose next, because that's unfortunate. The SDK server is having a little bit of an issue there.
Yeah. I would say though that of all times for that to happen, that is not the worst that it could have happened. It could have happened in the middle of a crucial tank, then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, restart chapter! Oh, it's not fair," or something like that, and it could have just totally turned the tide of the game for a stupid reason. So it's unfortunate that we have to go through this whole annoying process of finding a new server and adjusting scores and stuff like that. But let me tell you, I know from personal experience that server issues could make a much bigger difference in a match.
What was the score?
It was a 2204 to 660, so there's a 1,544 difference between the two. Yeah, please bear with us while we take care of these last few difficulties. We'll try to keep you as
Technical
entertained as
difficulties,
possible.
please hold. Yeah,
So how about we discuss what we think of this match so far?
attempting
I
to
mean-
explain to Hib that I don't have. I'm in lobby with them right now. I'm attempting to explain to them that I don't have admin on either TFPG or STK.
Wait, you don't have admin?
I don't have admin on. Sorry, I don't have admin on TFPG or Stay Dead. Anything else, I have access to. And now Hib is asking me to come to. Oh God, here we go. Hib is asking me to come to their Mumble.
So,
Bravo wants me to
adventures
come
to
to
be
their
had.
Mumble.
okay.
Oh boy.
Regardless,
Can they hear
though-
you now, Kissme?
Yeah, they can hear me on the stream.
Okay.
Supra did offer that we could use Stay Dead. I don't know if they have the caster stuff installed though.
Last few times that I played Stay Dead, we got literally DDoSed, and everybody went up to like 700 ping.
Yeah, that didn't even seem like a DDoS though on SDK, because the pings didn't alter at all. It was literally like the server just gave out.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about Stay Dead. Has, in my personal experience, it has not the best performance that I've felt.
Yeah, I haven't actually played on Stay Dead.
So, all you Canadians out there, I hope you're enjoying your long weekend for Thanksgiving here. It's pretty swell.
I mean, have you guys played on SDK servers as of late? Has that ever happened?
I thought they've been fine personally, but again, this is actually our first crash of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're going to be moving to Purple Tree Factory's Dallas, apparently.
Okay.
So Ramirez saying that K3 is high as fuck right now.
I'm just trying to keep the fans entertained.
You're high, aren't you?
Dude, I've never smoked in my life. Not even joking.
Fair enough. But yeah, guys, sorry for the technical difficulties. We weren't expecting any server to give out, but unfortunately it happens. So we are looking for an alternative server to continue this match on. Thank you guys for bearing with us, though. Once again, this is not something that was foreseen. But yeah, as soon as
Oh
we
no,
get
it
a
was
server-
totally foreseen. I think Zen probably just fucking. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't think Zen would purposely crash the server.
Yeah, it's always in the highest level matches. It's always in the highest, most important matches.
DDoS is strong.
Let me see. It looks like Hib is in the server.
We have connected to Dallas, Puppy Palace, Dallas, actually.
Oh,
So hopefully.
Fantastic.
you know, it can only get worse. Yeah, it can only get worse. But yeah, we're gonna load back in the server, guys, with a new one at least, and we will get this game back underway very shortly. I can continue apologizing all night, but I won't.
You sure? Are you sure you're sorry that the server crashed?
I think so. I think I got it out of my system.
Alright, well, seeing as it's Thanksgiving, though, let's just be thankful that it did not go extremely south, and there was not a huge amount of disputes or anything that could have come out of that crash.
Don't say that.
Are you jinxing us?
Don't. No.
I mean, it happened when the round was over.
Indeed it did. And it was what, 2204 to 660.
That is correct, sir.
Alright, well, let's see what I can do.
I am registered. I shall return in a second. Sorry again, guys, for technical difficulties. It looks like all the people are back in the server, though. Looks at it. Can we limit slots?
Yeah, 1 second. We're attempting to figure out what we want to do. So, okay, I'm going to... They're joking with me about who's going to be tank.
I mean, I don't think it will really matter if one of them doesn't get a tank. I know it's kind of a big deal, though, but I know one of them is going to feel gypped in the end.
Yeah, and then after this, I think we can just move on to map 3, because I think it's still first half from the server's perspective of this, but I set the scores correctly, I'm pretty sure, 660 to 2204. Then let me see here.
I mean, yeah, they can just play their round, then you take the score, and you just, like, let them die outside safe room, go to next map, and then set the scores correctly. Because they'll probably get a couple points for just opening safe room. But yeah.
What about witch to like 20 or so? That's I think where it was. Yeah.
0.17. I'm guessing like 1 is 100% of the way through the map?
Yep.
But yeah, it looks like everyone is back in here. 8:11. Yeah, it looks like we're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut up and let you guys go back and do your thing.
Alright, thank you for your services. Well,
There's so much salt being thrown out. It just completely ignore everything that's being said in game. It's just about Yams and his screenshots and a bunch of other things that people are, saying. Yeah, sure, Kissme, if you want to cheat, you can do it if you want. You can cheat from your casting chair. I don't know, but yeah, this is. Did you hear about Trollbuster? No, I didn't.
I haven't heard about Trollbuster in many a days now.
I'm sure Dill is going to tell us. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm so excited, dude.
Oh, that's good.
Fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Huh. I knew that guy from Xbox too, dude. He was,
Can we
He
sack for the same order? Oh my gosh. How badly do you want a spitter, Hib? Sure, okay, so they're gonna sack the boomer, and cool. Alright, that's good. His team is probably like Hib. Hib,
At
please.
least we're all good sports here, alright? Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm just gonna give the tank to Hib if it's a duel again. Alright, so we are going live here. Looks as though everything's under control, and we are gonna see it still says 11%, and hopefully it's not actually 11% because the current is 9.
Oh, man.
I'll still say it's still saying 11 in the print, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's gonna be 83%. So they will ready up as soon as we get that spitter. I put the command in enough times now to where it should be working. And all right, here we go. Team whatever is going to be coming out of the safe room here. First hit for melee runners is going to be a hunter, charger, smoker, and that spitter. 3 seconds getting the spawn. Now they're ready. Okay, we should see the survivors poking their heads out of the safe room soon. I'm hoping. This hunter is going for some kind of DP, and then the smoker and charger seem to want to come from behind here, K3, which is a pretty typical setup, I'd say, for this first hit.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen actually a lot of teams coming from the safe room with their chargers recently. So yeah, Charger doesn't seem to know exactly where it's come from though. Smoker is spawned up in the back though, going to get a nice separation pull into Rochelle. Charger's going to be able to intercept that and get the nice spin on top of that. Rochelle's going to take a ton of damage here. Hunter got skated, I think, or dead stopped, but that is a lot of damage coming out onto purple. So yeah, more so
Okay.
what.
We're okay. We're okay because I thought someone in chat was like, Rails, we tried to get the set tank to a certain amount, it didn't work, but thankfully it worked. I set it to 83 and it didn't spawn at 11 as it said in the print. But yeah, that's a good amount of damage off that first hit.
Yeah, this is more kind of the damage I was expecting coming off in the first round. Anyway, but we do have another hit set up here. No spitter this time, it'll be a hunter, boomer, charger, and a jockey. We do have Tool as the hunter set up on top of this building because there is no invisible walls here to be bouncing off of as much. The witch is set up closer than the other witch was, just based on small technical difficulties, but that is not going to be much of an effect, I think, at all. So yeah, him getting popped right there by Yams, and witch is starting to get a little pissed up, and they use only 3 SI up for this, so I think that they should probably draw it now before they get another SI in.
Purple is going to draw it, and now we're going to see the witch coming out with that charger, jockey, and everything else going. A nice crown by Purple and the rest of the team, whatever. That charger goes and just like, I think he's just going to go for a despawn here. I think everything is despawning because they took that witch so well.
Yeah, I think smart decision not to hit on the witch when there was only 3 out, especially in such an open area. They had no smoker. Plus, there's a lot of damage that can come off with this really nice charge coming out by Lucky onto Nick. Spit isn't able to quite get on top of that, and this hunter is going to get a couple ticks of damage before dying off. So as much as that was a really great charge coming out by Lucky, nothing was really able to get too much damage other than that 10, so nicely taken by the survivors.
Indeed, and now we are going to be seeing Team Whatever's pushing their way forward through the map. And at this point, like I said, they've done a pretty good job of mitigating that damage besides the chip that's gone onto Purple. And at this point, I think with your melee runners, you're going to want to capitalize on these couple of chokes up here, because it's similar to Hard Rain, but there are even more spawns introduced due to the way everything is set up. Looks as though Whatever's are just taking their time and clearing the common, and this is a lot different than we've ever seen Whatever's play, I think. It seems as though they are just taking their time much, much more seriously instead of just pushing through the map. Boomer got popped, Smoker got cleared, Charger missed an intercept charge, and the spit goes down on nothing. Those are the kind of handles that we're used to seeing from Whatever's K3.
Yes, it is indeed. The slightly slower pace that they're taking, especially because of the maybe slight not as much knowing the map as they do. That was flawless grammar, I swear. But yeah, the slow pace is definitely pulling off for them, so. We do have another hit set up here. Again, no spitter for this really kind of important choke for the map. So we do have a boomer getting a nice 1 boom out onto Ellis. Charger's coming in here, going to take the guy who got smoked. Gonna get actually 1-2 slams, almost. But no, actually only gets the 1. Hunter got cleared pretty much instantaneously, and Smoker is up here awaiting impending doom and a sweet embrace of death.
And they are.
and they're
Oh shit! That was the ghost. Okay, the ghost came out of your microphone there for a second. Besides that, that was ear splitting. So I hope the cast is prepared for that. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. What?
literally right as I'm saying about the sweet embrace of death, the demon goes.
The demon comes out of your microphone. It's gonna be a jockey, spitter, boomer, and another spawn for this next hit, and it's gonna be a hunter. Yeah, that was perfect timing. Just Kissme might not have heard anything. I certainly heard something. I don't know. Nice ski going out by Dill onto Hib, and then I think that might be the last of it because. Oh, actually no. Boomer's going in getting a double boom. I thought they were gonna wait a little bit longer. They decided to go in instead.
Yeah, so I mean, slightly too aggressive of a play coming up by the hunter. It looks like the SIR is still opting to go in here. Jockey's gonna actually land, not quite getting Rochelle into the free spit. Yeah, I mean that hit went in about as staggered as it could possibly do a hit, minus the last two SI coming in slightly together. Hunter went in all by himself and got speeded, which is to be expected if you're playing against a team of this caliber. We do have the tank up in the hands of none other than Tool himself. Definitely one of the strongest tanks in the community right now. Having a bit of trouble climbing up. Oh, I didn't even see that because I was too busy admiring the beauty of the Tool tank before it even commits.
It was a smoke into a double charge there, so that was a nice job by the Special Infected, but now the Survivors are going to go back in LLS, and how about we take it over to a team melee, I keep saying melee oneers instead of melee runners, I'm trying to say warm at the same time.
You're weeping all of your comments.
I am, I really am. Let's take it over to a melee runners war room iteration of this tank.
I got a boomer.
Get it from the top. It's pretty easy.
I'm distracting.
Jay,
Or
just
from
keep
the
her
man.
sight. Just keep her sight. Let him bleed out that pill, and just chill, cause they might run back. Let me. Keep going for rocks. I'll go for boomer when they start running out of ammo.
I'm gonna respawn this.
I'm respawning the boomer. I got 2 boom.
They're hoarded so much.
I'm
Dude,
respawning.
Look how good boomer is there, dude. It's
I
insane.
still got the boomer, dude.
They're going all the way back. Oh, that was so close, dude. I feel like they're going all the way back. Yeah, they're going all the way back. Just commit, bro.
Ah, man, that's so bad.
They're going all the way back. Does he have enough time to commit from the
Yeah,
back?
he does. He's first pass. You can cut him off, Tool, on the left side.
Dude,
That's
that'd
a
be
bad
so
area.
funny.
No, they're not actually doing
They're
that.
not gonna. Alright.
You don't have time to go back, dude. You gotta go.
And you can't go for the back either.
Red.
This is a bad area, though, too.
Going, bro. 60%.
Oh, this is good spawn.
Tillery, no, you got this.
Alright, I got your back, right? Let's go together, son. I missed, dude. Fuck.
Nice. That's sick. He's cleared?
Get it down and get out.
That's good damage.
Get it down and get out.
Yeah, okay.
Benji.
Yes, it's a rock tank now. Rock tank now.
Oh, you get rock that shit, bro.
No, they're just gonna run away now.
Just
They're
rock,
smart.
just rock.
They're just gonna run forward.
Alright, just rock to delay them, and then we'll
Set up
everybody,
ahead of 'em.
all the SI set up in the front. Like how they, if they're gonna run forward, just set up in front. Get the boomer.
Wait,
Make him bleed. Make Tool waste his whole pass on tank. So they bleed out. You guys want to go for a hit? Let's give
well, I
him.
mean, you're so far away.
Wait for Tool to get 30%. Wait for Tool to get 30%.
I can spawn right there, bro. Like you can.
Alright, give me a second. You guys ready? Let's
No,
go for
I
rock.
got no
Let's go for
spawn
rock.
here.
Let's go for rock. Let's go.
God damn it.
On deal. Just burn the
bonus.
pass if you have to, Tool. Just
That's
play
a
the tank
bonus,
as
bro.
long as you can until you burn the pass.
I'd rather just lose it.
That's
Yeah.
fine. You'll get a spawn.
Don't get a stuck, so we get a spitter at least.
That's
Good job.
fine.
And we are back from that tank by Tool, 4 team melee runners, and my microwave is going off right now, and I'm pretty sure the whole community this means. But that was actually a lot of damage coming out there. I would say it was a slightly questionable play for the survivors to go all the way. And hopefully I'm not being a robot right now because of this microwave, but we do actually have a bit of a staggered hit coming in here. Hunter is going to get nothing at all because it just moves super quickly. Boomer's spawning up.
This jockey
get
and Dill, we're having an absolute just slugfest right there. He M2'd the jockey in the face like 6 times trying to cut it, and it just did not die. So I agree with you there, because they went all the way back through the map, and now they have to retake this distance along with that hit they just took, and they only have 1 set of pills left, and the only permanent bonus left is on Bravo.
Alright, so yeah, I mean, Rails just completely rudely cut me off there. So apologies for him. I had something really important to say, but we do have Hunter getting really nicely skied by him. We're going to get leveled very nicely by Dill. And so,
Are you good, K3? Are you good?
I'm trying my best, dude. I'm trying to keep track of what's happening because I'm lagging because of microwaves. So,
Alright.
how about you take a silver for the next hit while I get my shit together?
Sure. We have a Charger, a Jockey, a Smoker, and a Boomer for the next hit. Boomer Bile going out, as a matter of fact. Kissme is happy in Spec Chat. Smoker's gonna miss his pull right there. Boomer does get popped. Charger is looking for a spawn still. Smoker getting kited. Charger and Jockey have both saved, it seems. And I think that's going to be pretty much it, because I think they're going to save that charge for the outside, which might result in some kind of either in-cap and/or potential bowling death charge, depending on what happens.
So yeah, we have seen a couple of teams going for this really crazy charge, and looks like there is going to be an attempt for it. Going to get very nicely leveled by Dildo though. Wow, what an incredible play. Is that better, Kissme? Is that the enthusiasm you're looking for? Nice, dude.
Kissme is deeply... he wants more of that. Oh, okay. Here, say some more exciting things, K3, about this wonderful field that we see in front of us.
Dude, look at the millions and millions of corn. I bet you could spend all day trying to kill this corn and it just wouldn't even work out because there's just so much of it. Like, they just ran through all that million of corn like it was nothing. And look at them, they're bleeding out, they're almost dead except for Bravo who's hanging on to his HP. Totally carrying the team, obviously, there. All the SI are pre-spawn in the safe room. This is a tactic that we've seen these SI by this team do quite frequently in the past few months or so. And it seems to be working out really well, trying to negate the little bit of damage that the corn didn't do. So yeah, that's about what we've got going on here.
Well,
they
they got
have
the
a
charge
spin
spit.
landing onto the health bonus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there goes all of that. So, SI doing its job. I think I cast better when I'm not excited.
Chat is saying that it's not corn, they're saying it's cane. It's a cane field, not a cornfield. They're being nitpicky. It's a cornfield versus I'll ban you. Okay, there you go. Kissme is saying it's a cornfield, so at this point I get the pleasure of killing the entire Survivor team, don't I? Because we have to move to the next chapter.
That's fun. I bet that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just receiving word from my people. It is indeed sugarcane and not corn.
Please no. Lucky wants to 1v1. But yeah, the slaying shall commence as soon as they decide to raid up, because that will put us automatically into the third map. Come on! Come on, Purple! Let's go, and then that should hopefully be the end of our technical difficulties. And from that point on, it looks as though things are going to be pretty much stable. So that 2,204 to 1376 score shall be what we're getting moving into the next chapter. And why am I sitting here waiting for this? I could honestly just force it and then... yeah, hold on. I'm going to force it and then we can kill all the survivors.
Of course, Jacob had to be watching. We do see Azula winning the 1v1v1v1. So.
No! Don't you fucking tell me that's not gonna... oh no. Oh god!
You have
What
to, yeah,
we
you
done?
have to leave the safe room. Oh my god. Does it do the thing like on vanilla where the door just like opens and allows this SI to spawn? Or does it not do that? go to make 3.
Did that work?
Okay.
Yeah,
keep
I
this in
tried
mind.
putting in.
1376 to 2204.
Yeah. This has been. I'm confused as to what just happened. Oh no, they've turned to lobby. What?
It was to switch maps.
Yeah, they could just
They
go to
could've-
map 3 in the end.
Yeah, but like never mind. You could have also. I don't know.
The best thing to do is just don't question it. Just
Just let it happen.
I've learned that as soon as you start questioning what happens with these kind of teams, you just get into bad territory.
That was such a cluster. Oh, that was great.
They voted to return to lobby. That's okay. Whatever. Fine.
Well,
And
we
what's the
co-
score?
I have no idea. I just did
13
2204 something.
to 1376. K3 memory math coming in handy. You're welcome. Everyone except TM's record again.
Ah, my game crashed. Ah, BRB.
Are you serious?
Nope, BRB. Hey, I'm
Nope,
not the one that
BRB.
went back to lobby for the third time or something.
And him also crashed. Okay, so what was the score?
1376 for whatever to 2204 for melee runners.
Why the fuck can't open console is my other question.
Oh my god. You know that button with the big squiggly? Press it.
I have many squigglies.
I mean, you could argue that a lot of the alphabet is squigglies, but
I'm not kidding. I can't open console for whatever reason. I'm rejoining. I seriously cannot open console for whatever reason.
Alright, so while Rails is busy finding the squiggly, I shall stay here with you guys on K3. And
hey.
yeah, Rails can let us know when he finds the squiggly. Okay. Someone
Did I
just close your
find
microwave?
Fucking what?
Did I just
nobody
hear
closed their
microwave close?
No.
That sounded like
What
a
are you
Please
microwave.
talking
don't, please
about?
don't use it. Please don't use it.
Is that a microwave?
I want to actually. Please.
Are you cooking something in a microwave?
There's also Orion in here.
Wait, it was 2206, right?
No, 2204.
2.
K3.
1376.
There you go.
I just wanted you guys to suffer a bit, to know how helpless you guys are without me.
There. Okay. Fuck it. We're going live. Great. Alright, the team... No, seriously, somebody just... Okay, because... Never mind. I'm done. Alright, we're going live. It's gonna be Team Melee Runners on the end! Don't... Please tell me that's my bug. Okay, good. My scores are bugged, and I thought the wrong score was going up for a second. I was just going to leave. And Melee Runners is on the special... is on the Survivor side, and then Team... whatever is on the special effective. K3...
The wrong scores are.
Wrong tank. What? No, it's not. Respec. Wait, wrong tank. What do you mean
Oh.
wrong tank?
Oh, okay, I did respect. Okay. But this is the first... Oh, they have to give tank to somebody else, I think. So, Yams and Dildo have had tank, so anybody else.
I'm giving this to Bravo.
What is it, Kissme? It did the demon thing? Fantastic. I hope the stream suffers.
Alright, so everybody has the right tank, melee runners are going, and the scores are in the right spot, everything is okay. Hit is coming in. Jockey coming in from the back. Charger managing to actually land nice 2-cap going out with a spit going down on top of the charged survivor. So a nice start right here by Whatevas, and they need to make some progress this map in terms of wiping Team Melee Runners, because Melee Runners has played a very good game on the survivor side so far.
Off to a pretty good start, I'd say, getting some pretty nice chip. If they can keep getting that kind of thing all throughout the chapter, maybe get one slow before this early tank, which is, you know, kind of unlikely seeing that they only have one more hit before that. But, you know, anything can happen. I'm guessing the survivors are probably going to end up taking the tank up top in the office building, which is not favorable for the SI.
I just want to point out that you said that it's something about a meeting of the minds tonight. It wasn't my fucking server to crash. Anyway, we have a pull going out here with a charge landing on that, with a hunter landing as well. And then we're going to see the Boomer getting a single boom, and the Smoker getting a repull on the tool. Some nice chip damage going out of that hit.
Yeah, pretty decent. I'd just like to say apologies on Rails' behalf for all the virgin ears who just got tainted by Rails' language just now.
Yeah,
so.
my language is having the same effect as K3's Demon Mike, so... We actually have a tank right now for Team Whatevas going into the hands of Purple. So, we want to take it to a Survivor Worm or an Infected Worm? This is a pretty clutch tank that Purple has to play.
I'd say it'd be pretty fun to do an SI Worm, and then we'll do Survivor next round. How about that? Or like Survivor for like map 4.
Okay, let's go over to a Team Whatevas special Infected Worm.
Do it up.
When do you want us to go in before you go in? Do you want to call it, or do you want
till
us
I'm
to...
low. You guys are gonna have to go, because I can't really call when I'm just
Okay,
gonna
chill,
focus on
wait.
3K is roughly when you should go.
Alright, roughly 3k,
Okay.
and if he gets a corner, I'll call it. Okay, just go. We're fine. Let's get ready to go, guys. And I'm just gonna say go. Chill.
Not yet.
Let's go.
You guys are...
We are
You
back.
say it.
You want me to say it? Okay, I'll say it. We are back from that Team Whatevas Worm tank in the hands of Purple. Unfortunately, only securing a down and probably a little bit of health left on Hib. So, I mean, I think the support didn't do as much as it probably could have in that situation, because after the tank got its first down, then he called the support in. I'm pretty sure that was the general idea. And unfortunately, the support wasn't able to capitalize on that early down. We do have a hit coming in here right now. Jockey and Charger both going for the same person. Charger does land. When they pull and spit, that's a lot of damage going out on the Melee Runners. And this is kind of what Whatevas needed. They didn't get the wipe, but they've gotten a good spread of damage so far.
What happened to Hellas?
He got pulled and spit, plus being held there by a couple of other things, yeah.
I see, because he definitely had a lot of health coming out of that. Anyway, but yeah, it was a really good job by Purple getting a corner all by himself in a very tough spot like that, such as the offices. But the SI support didn't really give a whole lot other than a stumble and a bit of a hunter cap for a little bit to allow for a couple more punches. So, I mean, but if you look at this now, that last SI hit definitely really helped out to get a bit more damage. Jockey getting M2 to shut down immediately. Looks like Rochelle, who was Hib, did just shoot the tank, or the Witch rather, and is going to pick up the easy crown after that brilliant hunter skeep by Team Melee Runners. So yeah, walking out of that whole spot with pretty much no extra damage taken. But we will have a big charge spit up for the next hit.
Indeed, and at this point I believe they are going to have to find a way to, like, either get somebody pulled over the truck here so they can get the bonus off of Lucky, but that boom does get nice double boom. It's going to be a Jockey Charger Spitter. I think Melee Runners are just going to decide to back up here, bleed out a little bit, but tank the Horde so that they can then go over the truck without a whole lot of incidents. And we do have a Jockey landing onto Hib. Charger going for the health bonus, not going to land. Spit's going to go down and get some damage on to the survivors right there, but again, Hib took the brunt of that damage and not Lucky, who is the last remaining health bonus.
Yeah, I did just look though, they did lose about 80 health bonus off of that, which is, I mean, anything that Team Whatever can get is good at this point, because they really need to shave off as much as possible if they want to be able to come back, at least within the next map or two. Because right now they're down by 1400, minus the health bonus that their Team Melee Runners is probably going to make it in with. And this is the last set that they have to do anything about it. Jockey's coming out onto Tufu, who's not health bonus, but we do have a hunter landing on Nick, or Ellis rather, who is a little bit of health bonus. Nothing landed onto Lucky though, who is the brunt of it. And while they did, I think, lose maybe about 80 health bonus because of the last of Ellis's permanent, They will be making it in with a little over 200. And what do you feel like, Kissme?
I feel like whatever's gonna come back. Well, see, whatever's they need to really like step it up here because they need to at least make the safe room with that to keep the score at least similar to where it was going into this round. But not just that, they need to make up points here and then do something on map 4. They're gonna have Bravo as the map 4 tank. They need to shut down whoever's tank this is in the room there. Similar, I mean, Purple did a pretty good job on his tank of getting the survivor cornered and then spreading the damage around a little bit. But like, whatever's needs to take even less damage than that. They need to be perfect on this round in order if they want to try to make a comeback going into map 4 and map 5.
Yeah, 1,680 points is no small amount to be down by against a team such as Melee Runners. That is like, it starts to look really grim around this point. Because, I mean, a team like Melee Runners is much less likely to make a big mistake that allows for a comeback. It's all up to the team that is trying to make the comeback, to make the big plays and not bank on a mistake. So it's really all up to the survivors right here to make a big play right now. So we do see more spectating going on and stuff. Wasting time when we can literally just give the tank to people. So this is
Tell us sooner, he says. He says, tell us sooner.
They literally gave the
so
tank
many
last.
times.
We literally gave the tank to somebody last half of this map. You don't need to be told again. Bravo coming out with the harsh truth. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my gosh, Hib, never change. Please never change. Okay, we have a Hunter, a Spitter, a Jockey, and a Charger for this hit. And it looks as though they want to go when the survivors are inside. And now the survivors are going to try to push out, trying to see where these spawns are at. Everything is pre-spawned. They're trying to drop out when the survivors come out. And this baiting is just, I would say, definitely necessary at this point. Charger going in, missing his charge after the Jockey got shut down. Hunter gets M2 and shut down. And that, K3, is the kind of shutdown that we need to see hit after hit for whatever's to make their case on this map.
Yeah, they need to take this next hit, which is probably the last hit before the tank. Exactly like that one. And then they have to, I'd say they have to take no more than 1 in cap if they want to come within, yeah, I mean, even if they, as Kissme said, if they can make 600 health bonus here, they are only making up about 400 points out of the, I think 900 or so that they were down. So they're going to need to have at least 2 really huge chapters, if not 1 enormous chapter in terms of comeback potential here, which is not easy to do and hard to run down for, especially if you're not very well versed in the map. We do have a Boomer getting very nicely shut down. Charger's punching the smoke, getting actually 3 punches out, which is a lot of damage onto Dill. Jockey and Smoker got pretty much shut down there other than that. But those 3 punches, I mean, yeah, that's relatively large, I'd say. It's coming up on too much damage if you don't have a spit hit. But we do have a tank up here for Team Melee Runner in the ham of Lucky. In the ham, dude.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Lucky is this tank. Let's take it over to a Team Melee Runner's Worm because we need a minute. We just need a minute. K3 in the ham. Let's go.
Boomer needs
Okay,
to
go
find
for
it
the right,
first.
go for the
Boomer
right.
needs to
You
find
did
it
Bravo.
first.
Yeah. What?
Boomer needs to find the spawn first.
I will, bro. No way.
Okay, ready.
Got a triple boom. Take your time, bro.
I got him, I can kill him.
We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Wait, just rock, just rock. I'm gonna get Ellis.
Where's
I'm
the
gonna get Ellis.
board? Nice dig.
And he's cleared.
That was 1 punch.
Get him.
Dude, the glimpse spread, dude. That's fucking good damage. Get out. I'm gonna kick away. Jockey, can you stop him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna delay. Don't make it go. Yeah, let's go on, bro.
Can you go for curve rock if you guys can?
Just kill it so we have a spitter. Kill it. Don't go too far back.
Oh, I can rock from here, guys. Look at this.
Alright, that's good. That's perfect.
Oh yeah, perfect. Dude. Let's go, bro.
You just waste your second pass. This will bleed him at least. I'm gonna kill my hunter so Lucky gets a charger possibly.
Oh, get
You
skidded,
fucking-
nerd.
You gotta charge it, bro. This is good. Yo, you can go for death charge. The side on the right side, there's a roof. There's a side hit. Guys, go. Ooh. We wait for my spawn. Wait for my spawn. We wait for my spawn instead. Jockey, low.
What's up, man?
Oh my god.
Boom.
The AI, bro. It's gonna wreck him.
And we are back from that Team Melee Runners SI War Room. A great tank coming out from Lucky there, but that tri-boom that went down K3 really, really made it. Jockey going out in the back on the Dill, who has the health bonus, getting M2 and shut down, but what'd you make of that?
Not enough spawn blocking. They need to cover all the spawns in that spot if they want to really take that tank well. The tri-boom happened, support landed very well, getting separation. Tank landed a whole bunch of punches. Just all around, just too much damage going on the survivors. If they're gonna make a comeback, it's not gonna be this chapter. We do have a hit coming in here. Charge is gonna weef, sorry, is the correct pronunciation. Hunter is gonna come down on top of Ellis, who's not health bonus. Spit is also gonna go down on that, gonna put him to slow. And now there's only an 84 difference between the health bonuses, and there's still a lot of maps to go, plus the witch coming up here, so.
Kissme has more commentary for us. And
I said, no, I didn't. Excuse me. I said weef. It's a meme because I mispronounced whiff yesterday in a cast by saying weef, and I was making a reference.
This is competitive
If you're
Left 4
trying
Dead 2.
to add memes to me, it's not gonna work because I'm already the biggest meme in the community at this point. So
Good. You're good. You're good. Spitter, Hunter, Boomer, and another spawn coming into queue. The Hunter's pre-spawn down below, trying to find a wall kick. Boom goes out onto one survivor in the back. And then we're going to see this smoker as well, trying to come in from the back. But the survivors are inside the room right now. I don't exactly know what damage this is going to do. Hunter is still down below. We're just waiting right here. It's like nothing's actually happening. Whatever's is just standing there waiting. They know where the smoker is now. Hunter getting a wall kick down below. Onto Bravo, that's going to be a clear. The pull also lands outside on the Yams, and that's an in-cap. That was good patience by the Special Infected.
yeah, that was. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Yams because I was too busy looking at the Hunter and Spitter inside. But I mean, did he just walk out into the door and then get pulled?
I think he got pulled through the door, I think.
Pulled through the door, okay. But yeah, so that's a really nice heads-up play by the smoker there. Pulling through the door, taking the last of his health bonus, and now we have Purple at 1 health, and getting in caps now, which is going to send them black and white. And we do have
What is
Yams
going
getting
on?
abandoned by Dill. It was punishment for his sins. And now Yams is dead just because they wanted him to die, I guess. So this is not looking good. We actually have 25 damage counts going on to Bravo by him, which is going to send him into his first in cap. So yeah, I mean, this is looking more and more like it could be a wipe, which is absolutely not what Team Whatever needs right now.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely not what they want. Dill is actually deciding to go first here and try to kill that jockey. Tried to going in, managing to land onto Dill. He got a swing on it, but then he does get cleared. Jockey's now going to land on him. They're just going to stack on him for that damage. That's going to be all their health bonus depleted, and they're going to be looking at almost actually an over 1,000 point differential going into map 4 here, K3, and that's a pretty large hill to climb in that sense. I mean, they're going to be... oh, Bravo got kicked for... That's about right. I mean, at this point, that's...
It kind of sums up the cast so far, I'd say. And, I mean, Dill trying to leave his teammates again, it looks like. Or just blocking spawns, I'm not sure. I'm not going for DP from up top. Looking to cover the smoke that went out onto Dill, getting the in-cap. Now we have Purple's the only one left alive, and probably going to get charged right here, and that will be the wipe coming out onto Team Whatever, with a grand total of 1,918 for these first 3 chapters of 38. I'm sorry.
So that's...
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, and now the other thing is, Hard Rain Downpour map 4 is different than Hard Rain regular map 4 because the tank spawn disparity is a lot greater. Like, it can spawn as late as, like, what, 84% even again? And, like, that's a much different... Like, typically the tank that you see on regular Hard Rain map 4 is the one near the safe room, and this one's near the opposite safe room, and I was exactly right. It's going to be 83% for map 4 here, and that is going to give... That makes it almost impossible for whatever to come back on this map alone because the distance points are going to be given to melee runners anyway if they just make it to the tank.
Yeah, the nature of the tanks that I've noticed on this map is that they are a lot harder to make it out of with a lot of health bonus. There's a lot of really good spots that you can hit cars into, and if you're trying to get out of the way of the cars, you're gonna put yourself into easy corner spots. So yeah, not looking very good for Team Whatever coming into this fourth map. They have 2 chapters to make up 998 points. So
998.
wait, no, 1,002.
Kissme's commenting now about how that's over 1,000 as well. So this should be
Yes.
Give Tank Bravo. I'm gonna do that.
I'm sorry, it was 1,098 is what it was. It was 1,098 is the difference that it was. You can't rush art, which is what I do in math. Can't rush it.
Checking for you, Bravo. What is this? What is him saying? I'm confused. I'm really confused, but
That is about the most accurate word I can describe for this entire stream so far.
Oh, Charger chest bump!
Weird Charger chest bump coming out, even though he charged from a distance, just getting stuck inside of Rochelle and her bulky composure. And yeah, not a lot of damage coming out of the first hit. They need to be hitting a lot harder than that. They need to wipe on this chapter. If not at the tank, before. Yeah, I do recall there being something in a Promod update that said, "Fix chest bumps for real this time," quote unquote. That being said, we do have a head up on this ladder choke. Tongue gunning oddly cut, but we do have a separation jock up top.
No! That's him getting separation jockeyed into the house completely alone. His teammates are nowhere near him. How the hell did he... That's how he did it, okay.
You can jump off of that thing up there, but this is like almost an ink cap onto Hib.
Oh god.
This is, I mean, this cast wouldn't have been complete without something like this happening to Hib. And there's nobody else to blame but him just running off on his own.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to give whatever the chance to come back, he is certainly helping him. Kissme saying that he, like, no, why? Why is this happening? Why did him pause the game? Thank you for that, K3. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, there has to be at least a moment or two like that. I'm sure this is some kind of tactical pause to talk about what they need to do on this tank. And you know what, the best part is we're going to get Hib's tank when melee runners are unspecial infected, so... AMP Hibble, oh boy. Alright, Hib's Mark Survivors is ready, so we should be ready to go. Let's see what they decide to do after their pause. I think they might try to go for the witch. It's going to be a Hunter, a Charger, a Spitter, and another spawn. 4 Team Whatever's on this hit. It's going to be a Smoker, so... This is actually a pretty good setup here, and it looks as though Hib's going to be the one who gets to crown the witch. Charger going in there, managing to land onto Hib. When that propane goes out, Spitter gets blocked. Nice double cap landing, more propane exploding for not a whole lot of reasons. And the witch is on Hib, going in, and he gets the nice crown. So that's good on him.
Trying to shoot the witch onto his teammates, still attempting to give Team Whatever another chance. But I would agree with the play that the S-Line made in terms of going in on the survivors before the witch. It's just that the spit did miss on the Charger, which kind of negated most of the damage potential. So we do have a tank up in the hands of Bravo. Probably the most important tank so far of the game. They need to wipe here, or else it is practically over. And so, seeing this is, as much as this is a SI-oriented war room, or tank rather, let's send it over to the Survivor war room, see how they play this difficult tank.
Okay.
Push him.
Should I bail out or no? Let's go back.
We can go back now.
Let's go.
Watch the boomers.
Fucking hip shots.
Boomer.
Let's go.
Nice.
Up.
Easy for body hands.
Yo, there's an alarm car here. We should push forward soon. We kind of push the tank, dude.
No, it's put him up here, I thought.
He's falling back.
Let's go back, dude. Let's go back.
I don't have ammo.
Let's just fight him right here on the top of this ambulance.
I don't have ammo either.
I don't have ammo, dude.
Let's go all the way back.
I'm gonna battle out soon.
Where's ammo?
I do not know.
Fight him up here, bro. Fight him up here. Block that spawn. We'll go in the room.
I'm looking for ammo.
Rip. No ammo.
Where's the ammo?
Where are you guys going? Fight him in the fucking room.
I don't know.
Just stay here.
There's no ammo, dude.
Stay here, because we need to do a push.
We're so fucked.
I'm gonna check for ammo. He's dropping to alarm car. I can hear him. I don't see any ammo. Run, nigga, just run! Just run for it! Run inside this room! Run inside this room, just run!
Go, let's do it,
Run,
let's do
run,
it,
run.
man.
Just
Let's
run,
go,
go,
yeah.
Safe room.
just gotta go away! Run and save room!
I'm stunned, nigga.
Let's kill it here in the
Watch the car, watch the
playground.
car.
Play out.
Oh my god!
Lucky, make it safer, make it safer, make it safer. Go, go, go.
Smoke is lit.
This car stuck. Just make it safe room. Unless you kill a smoker.
No!
Get fucked.
Stay in there, stay in there. Lucky, help me.
There's not even ammo in safe room, guys. What?
Fucking red.
Dude, that's stupid. Where's the ammo at? We need to run back to that big house on the first floor.
Lucky's like worth 100 points, bro. Easily.
And we are back. We just don't have. I mean, it's not that we're confused over exactly who to, who's gonna do the intro. We just have nothing to say after what we just saw. Hib is just bleeding out on the ground right there. Like, Lucky made the safe room though. Props to him with 92 HP. I'm not going to slay Hib because that's how you slay Hib. But believe it or not, like, if Melee Runners manages to somehow, it's Hib's tank too. So if they somehow let whatever's make the safe room with like bonus here, we could have a very, very close game going into map 5. Like, this is not quite over now, but K3, can you put into words exactly what you felt at Hib's call there to go all the way forward to the safe room?
I mean, that's all I've got, honestly. It kind of sums it up. They kind of just zigzagged back and forth trying to send Bravo AI, I think, and then they said, hey, there's a car right behind us, let's run forward to the map and all die. Except for Lucky, who decided to disobey the call and not die. So, yeah, I think that just considering the amounts of total weird stuff that's happened, I think the logical play would be to just disqualify both teams right now on the spot. But I mean, hey, I'm not an admin and you are, so I guess it's not my call on the end of the day.
Seems completely sound. I mean, yeah, if they can make up 600 or 700, but the thing is, this would be a map 4, like, technically, because it is map 4, obviously. It's just not going to be in the same style as we see on Hard Rain, like, map 4 vanilla. But, I mean, yeah, the finale is doable, and that tank is wipeable on finale as well. Like, I mean, it really depends. K3?
Excuse that. It's okay. So I have open mic, and that's a really, really loud metronome that somebody put on. It was not supposed to be that loud. Apologies for that weird happening. Hib doing Hib things. Charger doing not Hib things. Trying to go in, whipping on the hunter who had landed on Nick and sent him to God Frames. Charger getting 3 punches out onto Yams. And that's going to be all for the hit. But about similar damage, or I guess a little bit more than what happened on the last half. I'm going to start slurring over all of my words now just because I've been robbed of all of my thoughts and sentences just from this ridiculous game that we've seen.
This has been a ridiculous game. It's been a good game, but it has also been a ridiculous game. Looks as though Whatever wants to try to push this choke. Smoker spawning in the front, getting a separation pull out onto Purple. Bravo is going to clear him very fast, however, though. And the survivors are split 2 and 2. Looks as though they're going for the 2 in the back. Jockey getting M2 and shut down. Hunter is going to land it. It looks as though Yems is going for the spitter pick instead of clearing that. So that's going to be some damage going out onto Dill. Ship damage, not really a whole lot, but again, Whatever needs to stop taking all sorts of damage in order to actually make this a viable comeback. And I think they're going to have the Witch here, if I'm not mistaken.
Hib is up for it. And you know, when Hib is up for anything, you can never really know what's going to happen. But we do see a Charger coming out here by Hib, trying to get a couple punches out onto Rochelle. Does happen. Dill picking up a nice, easy crown. Nothing else to come on top of that. So yeah, that's about it for that hit. A couple punches going out. Boomer's gonna whiff here, get popped by Bravo, and now we have a Smoker and Jockey up to try to get this tank a little bit of support at the spawns.
Indeed, and I'm really tempted to send over to a special infected worm, but I think we have to be fair, and we are going to send it over to a whatever's survivor worm to play against the tank, which is in the hands of the one and only Hib. Let's take it over there.
Well, play rock tank.
Yo, I'm gonna rock tank then. Yeah.
I'm gonna charge Bravo right now. You ready?
I'm ready. Go. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't rock through the tree stuff. Stop it.
Just get out last now. Oh, dude, they're in the water, by the way. But they're probably gonna go up.
I'm gonna get into this bad spot. Can you get him while they're there? I'm gonna throw one more rock so you can
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
boom, multi-boom.
I only got one. Horde should be coming. Wait for me to get my spawn, bro.
I could get a rock from right here. This spot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cover that guy.
Yeah,
You
you're
can
there.
get him.
Wait, our spawns are down, bro.
I'm coming. Shut him.
Now this guy, you're fucking lucky, dude. We're saving you so bad. That was the worst goal. Yo, you can kill
Hold
this
up,
guy.
I'm falling back, I'm falling back. Stay left, stay left, stay left.
I'll get him. Hunter! No! Fucking A.
He's dead almost.
I can
Wow,
still
you
play
guys
rock
killed
tank.
him. Rip.
I can still play
Get
rock
up,
tank.
get up on the roof or some shit.
You almost got that.
You can get on the roof. Behind you, there's a roof.
Nice try.
Still at first. I'm still at first.
I'm gonna run for the safe.
You guys get Dell?
I got it. Another stick charge. I'm cleared. That's right. You're so lucky. My charger made you.
That's perfect, dude. Nice tank.
I couldn't cover it.
I'm gonna pull dildo.
I gotta walk to the car. I think there's a car here. No. I'm sorry. Got it. I got the cover. I'm coming.
The legend himself.
Well, folks, we're back. Wipe coming out on to Team Whatever. Kissme did inform us that there was indeed a lot of compliments, which I do not believe, knowing the nature of Team Whatever, not ever saying anything nice to each other. I think that's about all there is to be said. I mean, now they're down by, that's 1,300, or 1,212. 1-2-1-2 difference coming out for this next chapter. And I mean, they can't even let them get full distance. If they get full distance, then it's over, because the max points that you can get here is 1,800, and they'll be up by more than that if they get 600 distance points. So this puts absolutely insane amounts of pressure on. Pressure that I'm not sure that they've been really playing to the point of this whole game. Just based on the weird stuff that's happened. So, in all likelihood, we're going to see Miliarano's most likely taking the win here, realistically, but I do hope that Whatever puts on a show and potentially proves me wrong with this.
It takes some tremendous work in order to do that. I mean, this finale here is not very forgiving in terms of making a comeback, actually, due to the fact that the tank is quite hard to avoid taking damage on. Nice pop going up by Lucky. Charter is getting a chest bump right there. Jockey going in, landing onto Hib, and that Smoker had absolutely nothing, so he's going to despawn. We do have a Witch on the finale, but I think the story of the game so far has been I think whatever would have definitely benefited from playing the map as much as melee runners did, because melee runners were able to know exactly what strats they wanted to do, albeit them a little bit unorthodox, if that's the right word to use. Hib's going for this draw crown right here, and he is going to get a nice draw crown, so it's going to be a Smoker, a Hunter, a Boomer, and another spawn in the queue right now for this hit. And Yem's PC can't handle the tank. His FPS drops to like 2. Okay, that's... I don't care. They're keeping the tank that way. I'm not changing it. But rest of the hit should be coming in soon.
Yeah, there's been a little bit too much admin and also divine intervention coming off of into this game. It's a mixture of admins, divine, and also Hib intervention in this game. Kind of judging the pace. So we do have a 2-boom coming out onto Coach and Ellis. Charge is going to slightly whiff there. Jockey got shut down, and Smoker isn't going to get much of anything here now that's by itself. So another hit, not doing almost anything here. And, I mean, if they don't get some kind of crazy damage or wipe with this tank, it is officially over, mathematically, as well as just realistically.
Right, because the max they can get is 1800, so that would be absolutely incredible. They're going to have about that already when Melee Runners gets to the tank in terms of score differential, so I really don't see it happening at this point. Whatever's just, like, not being able to keep pace with the map knowledge of Hib, apparently. That seems to be the story of the game so far, but at the same point in time, another hit should be coming in relatively soon. They sacked the Boomer for a Jockey, a Spitter, a Hunter, and probably a Charger. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, like I said, whatever's has just been outpaced by Melee Runners so far.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story so far in this game. We do have the final tank up for Team Whatever up in the hands of Yams, who's, I'm sure, FPS is suffering greatly right now. Again, committing his tank instantaneously. I'm not sure if we have time for a war room at this point.
We don't.
The tank is just committing in here, landing a rock, securing this corner out onto Ellis. Gonna get that in cap, and support is about to be coming in here. Tank is almost dead actually, down to about 50% health. Survivors have gotten outside, and this is going to spell doom for the tank. Not what Team Whatever needs, and that's going to pretty much seal up the game here. Not the wipe that they had to make.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea behind it of just insta-committing there with the tri-cap to go for it, but at the same point in time, I think one of the SI got picked relatively soon after that down, and then the Survivors just able to rotate back outside. The only down that went out onto Azula, and that has secured them the win for this match. That is going to be Team Melee Runners moving to an undefeated 4-0 going into week 5 of the tournament. So, congratulations to them, commiserations for whatever. Nice Hunter Skeet going out, instantaneous clears all around except for that charge, and that's going to be on non-bonus. So again, it seems as though Team Melee Runners has just been able to hold it together and shut down these hits as well as possible.
Yeah, so with the resistance points that they have at this point, this pretty much seals up Team Melee Runners' spot in the playoff bracket. But I mean, knowing these two teams, I would consider it quite the upset if both of these teams, or either one of these teams, didn't make it into the playoff bracket. I'm sure we'll most likely be seeing both teams. We do have the boat pulling up here, sitting at a massive 780 bonus. Charger whipping a death charge that wouldn't have landed anyway. Boomer coming in here getting popped, and now it's just a Smoker and a Jockey trying to get this massive health bonus down. And so yeah, I mean, as much as this is going to be quite the score differential now, I don't think that, just because of this weird finale, I don't think it quite dictates exactly the way that the whole game went.
Indeed, and that is going to be who the fuck made this finale coming out by Dill. They can go and say Xeon and F should go to hell, but that is going to bring the total score for Team Whatever, for Team Melee Runners, I should say, to 4,977. That is almost 5,000 points, and they did against a very good team in Team Whatever. So that is definitely not a number to scoff at all. Did they make every map?
They did. I can't think of any map. I mean, if you count map 4 as making it, then I guess technically they made every map. There was a survivor in the safe room of every map.
Yeah, besides the one where Hib was like, yo.
Let's just all die.
Yeah, let's just all die. Yeah. I mean, that was something, that was probably the moment where Whatever's need to take advantage of, but then Hib's tank was able to play enough damage control. And at that point, I mean, I don't know exactly what Whatever's they're going to do now, but like I said, they have the opportunity to at least make it look closer, and either that or they're just going to hold W in a shotgun rush this, which might be what's going on. Jockey going in, landing on the one survivor. Nice intercept going up by that charger, barely missing. Now that's going to be a lot of damage going on to Yams, who got punched for 4 punches there, as a matter of fact.
So yeah, I mean, as much as we will see melee runners coming out of this with the victory, this will send Team Whatever to a record of 3-1, which is still a pretty fantastic record. And all they would need would be a win in the next round, or even the round after, to pretty much secure their playoff spot. Bravo, with a textbook Bravo play, missing the crown. Of course, it wouldn't be a...
Bravo the crown, yeah. Now that's going to be a separation jockey on to Yams. Bravo is not happy. Bravo is very unhappy right now, like extremely unhappy.
I can't say that I'm unhappy, just because, I mean, that kind of completes this cast as a whole. It feels so much more official now that Bravo has missed a crown. I mean, this charge is out onto purple, way out, super far away, and they're having a lot of trouble clearing it. Still has like 390 HP.
My god.
That might be an in-cap. Yep.
My god.
Trying to kill Bravo.
Oh, hip jump on Bravo.
Yeah, that's a death onto Bravo.
This actually might be a wipe. Is whatever's wiping up the witch? Is this really happening? This just happened. They wiped up the witch.
Oh my god. Is this really the way that we're in this?
Yep, there is no other way to end this, I don't think, so... well...
Off of a Bravo witch miss, Team Whatever gets wiped, and that will be the end of the game.
Indeed it shall. So, Team Melee Runners stays undefeated, defeats Team Whatever's by a score of 4,977 to 2,510. Quite the score disparity coming out there. This was a cast from hell, but we definitely stuck through it. I am deeply proud of us, so... I mean... That was a good game. I can say that much.
I know personally I'm reconsidering all of my life choices that have led me to this moment where I ended up casting this ridiculous game. But yeah,
I agree.
I mean, overall, no regrets. I'm glad I was able to share this experience, to say the least, with you Rails. I'm hoping that there is less oddities happening with the rest of the matches, both this weekend with weeks looking forward. But yeah, that was definitely, it was entertaining. It was certainly entertaining.
That it was. So yeah.